Hello, today I will show you how to combine materials. This is something that someone asked me to show them how to do it. We'll do it with this example avatar called Ryu. It's by Jelly Queen. We're going to combine the corset, the dress, the panties, and socks and shoes. The shoes have gold, but we won't be combining the gold material, just these four. So the first step, uh, by the way, it's try to only try to only merge materials that have like similar properties, like metals, things that are transparent shouldn't be merged with things that are not metal or transparent. It just makes things easier. It doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's just easier. And I also suggest not combining more than four materials together, and you will see when we do it why I suggest four. You can do more than four, but with this technique, we're only gonna merge four. So first step is to decide which ones you will do. So I took four that are pretty much like plain, not really transparent things. So you select the one you want to do it, then you go to UV editing, and then go to your UV maps, and make sure that you have the right UV map selected. Sometimes there's more than one UV map. Um, Click the double arrow here at the top to UV sync selection, so that makes it so that you can select from the left side instead of on your having to select on your model. Um, so do that. Then you want to change your pivot to 2D cursor, which will make the pivot point the bottom left. Then you do, while you're on the left side, you do A. We do S to resize, and then you put 0.5 and hit enter. So what this will do is it will shrink all your UV mapping by half. So we'll be able to fit four into the same square. So this one is done. We can tab out, select the next one, edit mode, and then we have everything selected on the left side. We do again S 0.5, but this one we will move it 0.5 to the right. So here I have 2, we'll put a 7, and it's gonna put everything in this bottom right corner. So that one is done. Then we can move to the panties. Again, S.5. This one we will increment the y-axis by 0.5. That one is done, and then the shoe socks. Same here, S.5, and then for this one, we will increase both of these by 0.5, so that it's gonna be in the top right corner. Was this a 0? No, this was a 2, like this. And now to make it easier, we're just going to rename this on the top one. Oops. On the top one, we're going to rename the material as to what order we did for bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right. So this one is gonna be corset, and then we did the kimono, and then the panties, and then the shoes, like this. Now you select your four materials, you do Ctrl J to unite them, and then we delete the other three materials. So we're only left with this one. If we go in edit, we can see that all of these are in their own quadrant. So let's save this for now. We're going to export it to Unity. Sure. I'm not doing a full optimization, it's just to show you how to combine these four. So now if we go to Unity, it's importing it's a little busy importing. Okay. So if we go back to Unity, let me move this on this side. So if I go to the opti I just made, it should be this one. We're just gonna quickly read write, blend shape none, rig, humanoid, apply. Configure, just make sure we have the chest, no upper chest, and we remove the job on. Apply. Then I'm gonna drag this to the scene. Okay. So on the original one, let's find our materials. So we had the dress that I remember. So the dress, the corset, we're going to copy those and make a new folder for our opti. So we had this, we add the shoes. Was it these shoes? No, it was these shoes. So these shoes, copy. And then we add in the dress, we add the corset and then the sock shoes. Corset, kimono, oh, the panties. This one, copy. Okay, so those are our materials. So if we look at these, so we have one that is opaque, one that is transclipping, another opaque, and another transclipping. So our new material will be transclipping. So we can start from any of these, or we can just duplicate it and start fresh. So this one will be the corset, dress, panties, shoes. I think that's the name we had. Corset, kimono, panty shoes. We put it here, unlock it. Okay, so the idea to make the combined material is that everything, all the textures will need to be fitting for this. So what we do is we open the image for each of for the four of them, and we combine them in a software like paint.net or something like that. So let's start with the corset. So it's this one. I'm going to open that in paint.net. Let me share my paint.net. New window. Window capture. Paint.net. It's not showing. Let's do a display capture instead. There we go. Okay, so this is our corset. So the technique I do is I do canvas size, and then you make sure it's in the quadrant that you're using. Then you multiply this by 2, and it will go in this quadrant. And now we go back to Unity. We check the next one. So the dress, it's this texture. We open this again, open it in paint.net, and then I copy everything into a new layer, and I zoom in the lower right and paste it, and now it's in this quadrant. Next one, it's gonna be the panties. Copy, oops, paste it, oops, paste it in there. Next is the shoes. Copy. There you go. So this one was relatively easy because all the images were the same size, but sometimes you'll have some textures will be 2K, others 4K, so you might need to resize them to all be the same size prior. So this new one we have is a little big. It's 8K, so we can just, once we're done with everything, we can just put it back down to 4K. And now we save this as a new texture. This is just to save space on your disk. We'll save this under just material and call this corset dress panties shoes base color, and save as PNG. Flatten, and then we go back to our opti corset dress. So I think we saved it in here, so we just drag this under texture, and it should be, see, the correct texture got applied. So now we just need to do the same thing for the normal map. I might skip the alpha map because I did delete some skin under the socks, which I did not know would be showing. So if we go back, remove the stocking, show the socks. Yeah, these have some, well, I guess we don't really see it. So it should be fine. I don't know why these have, oh, I see. This is the alpha that we haven't modified. It does look cool. But yeah, this is how you do it. Now we go to the next one. So corset normal. So, okay. So this one, once again, canvas size, bottom left, 200. And next we have the dress. We can close these. Panties. See, the panties don't have a normal map. And then the shoes. So because the panties don't have a normal map, we will just select like the generic color for normal. So like example, this one here, we can pipe this one and then we do a new layer and we put that into the layer. So in the top left corner with the panties, there just won't be a normal applied. So we can save that in the same folder, and instead of base color, it's going to be material, normal. Save as PNG. Oh, we forgot to resize. Resize 50. Save, and then save as PNG. Save. It's just to make the files smaller, because anyway, once you're in Unity, it's gonna be whatever resolution you put it. I don't know why this inspector is bugged. So normal map. There we go, and now see the normal is already looking better. Fix now to make it the normal, and see the socks are looking better now, and the shoes. If you don't like the quality of it, you can always increase it to 4K to look better, but yeah, it's gonna take more memory. So next we have the alpha map. Once again, same technique, always the same technique. Do we need the alpha map though? Let me see. So corset has no alpha map. The dress has one. The panties down, and the socks too. We're just not gonna put an alpha map and make it opaque. I don't think it's gonna be. We're gonna save some texture, and I don't think it's that much needed to be transparent. So that's done. Next, let's see. So corset. So we have shading like this. Are all the shadings like this? Yeah, all the shadings are using the same. Okay. We did have AO. AO is nice to have, but if you're trying to make an opti, you could skip the AO. But once again, it's the same technique. You just need to combine the images. Let's see if there's anything special about these. So we have rim lighting on this one. The rim lighting is different, so that is something to consider. You only have 2 slots of rim lighting, so these are possibly all different. So all of these are different. So you can, if you want, you can do a mask so that the rim lighting is only going to affect part of your new material. So what I would do, for example, is I would make a new image. I don't need to make it 4K. We can make it like 256. And what you do is you make half of it black, and that's gonna make you a mask so that only the left side or the right side is applied. So let's save this as left mask. So if I go here and I want a second rim lighting. So we'll keep this gray one on the left side, the right side. I don't know. You can make it so that it's only affecting one side, and then on the other one, what you can do is the same mask, but you invert it. So the mask will only be the other one. So let's see. So one of our materials had a black rim lighting. It's the panties. The panties are not really important because we're not really gonna see them. So the important, I think, is just gonna be the other two. So these are pretty much similar. So we can probably, so corset, we'll keep that as our as the second one, this one. So that's gonna be the corset, and we'll put this mask with inverted. So our corset would have this one, and I think it's also the panties, because the panties were in the top left and we're inverting this mask. And then the other two pieces of clothing will use this rim lighting. Subsurface scattering, I think they were all pretty much the same. I don't really know what it matters. Reflection, so some of them have reflection. So these can be very hard to combine because they have different settings. Some have pack maps, some don't. Like this one has a pack map which defines where everything is taken, but then the numbers are different, so you won't be able to really make a perfect like a perfect exactly the same material as the original, because the numbers are different. And yeah, so we'll do our best. We'll do our best. So we do have two of them with pack maps, and one, the corset, doesn't have a pack map. So let's give it a try. So the dress is this metallic file. So the dress was in the dress is in the bottom right. So image, canvas size, we do bottom right this time, 200%. And then we have the shoes, which is gonna be in the top right. Like this. Now for the corset, we don't have any numbers, so we could make this bottom right all white and see what happens. White. And then what's left is the panties. We didn't have anything on the panties, so we can just make that one black. I said black. Okay, so Let's give this a try, see what happens. So instead of, oh, I forgot to resize it. Resize, save as. So we'll just call it metallic maps. Okay. So let's give it a try. Okay, so this is what it gave us. I think it's not too bad. And like you can always play with the numbers just to see what looks better. Like if we increase the metallic, you can see what changes. So we can keep it like this, and then if you change the smoothness, it seems to mostly affect this piece here. So let's keep it original. Reflection. So I think that's good. Moving on, we have the glitter. So I think all of these probably have different glitter. We can have a look. So the corset doesn't have glitter. The dress doesn't have glitter. The panties don't have glitter. So I think only the socks have glitter. So that makes it easier. So what we'll do, so the socks and the shoes is the top right. So we'll make a new one with just the top right. So what I'll do is I'll select this. So this is gonna be black, and then invert selection, and this is gonna be white. So this is gonna be our mask for the glitter. So we call it glitter mask. Save as PNG. So right now I do have glitter. If I go to mask, I can put this glitter mask here. And now you see I no longer have glitter up here, but I do have glitter on the shoes, and yeah, I think we also have it on the socks. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. We could do things to make it look better, because this is just like what this avatar maker has. Let's copy this one, and we'll just compare the original. So hide this, show this one. We don't want this one. So I did edit some stuff in Blender to remove like bows and stuff, but otherwise it looks quite similar. I think the corset might be missing something, so we'll have a look at that. Otherwise it's pretty good. I did also remove these straps. We should probably have kept them, but that's fine. There is some skin here, but that's also a defect in the original. The skin here. Let's apply the skin so it's easier to see. I think it's material 1. Yeah. So yeah, you can see the skin is showing, but it's also showing in the original. A little here. Socks. Stocking. So see, it's the same socks with the same glitter. Shoes. Oops. I did remove the top of the shoes, but otherwise the shoes look similar. It's lower detail, like the normal is lower detail, but yeah. And yeah, that's about how you merge materials together. It helps you reduce the number of materials used by your avatar, like if you need to optimize for performance. But it does come as with some caveats, like you don't have as many options. Sometimes one of the big problem is if the materials use a lot of the matte caps. If each of them are using only one matte cap, then you can just use one matte cap for each and use a mask like we did for the glitter, like with one for each corner, and it helps you just apply that matte cap just for that piece of clothing. There's also different things you can do, like with decals. You can use an RGBA mask to save. Like instead of always using like 4 of these with the corner, you could create. I'll show you what I mean. So let's rotate this. Rotate 90 degree. We can save this one as glitter mask 1. And then we rotate again. Save it as 2. And one last time. So another way to optimize your textures. So right now we have 4 of them. So that can become intensive. So what you can do is go to your global mask texture, and we can create a texture mask using these 4. So let's put this one in R, and then this one in G, this one in B, and then this one in A. I don't know if that's gonna work though. Maybe it will work. It creates this one, and then when you want to apply things, all you have to do is tell it which one to use. So for our glitter, for example, instead of using the top right corner, we're just gonna tell it to use the global R1. So remove this, and then global mask, we do 1R, and it saves this texture slot, and we'll only use 1 for this one here. So if we look, we still have our glitter on our socks, so it's correctly applied. And yeah, I don't think the 4th one will work though, because it's black. I'm not sure if it will work, because I think black means it's not used. Maybe Maybe we need to make it transparent to work. Like if I delete it and save. I'm not sure. I don't remember what we need to do. Like, do I do instead of, do we do alpha instead? Maybe that's the way to go. Save. Not sure. I know there's a way to do it so that your other one works. Because it goes through the transparency. This is like the alpha. Maybe it was working earlier. Maybe it was working with the other one that I had. Like this, because it works through the alpha. So let's see. So if I open this one, is it alpha? Yeah, so it looks black, but it's still alpha. So it did combine it into alpha. So it's alpha 0. So yeah, it should work. It should work. Thanks for watching. If you want me to make any other tutorials, please give me suggestions, and I'll see if I can make them when I have time. Thank you.